going to show you how to make this beautiful My Backyard Garden journal book. Let's get started. First, we need to print out all the pages, both front and back sides. After we print out all the pages, we're going to score on the center of each page. Place your score at 5.5 inches of each page. Now we scored and folded every single page. We need to bind all the pages together and make it a book. Now these 2 pages will be end pages as end paper, so I'm going to set this aside. And these 2 pages, one is the front cover, one is the back cover. I'm going to leave it aside for now. Now what I need to do is start binding all these pages together. Before we start binding, we need to make a template. Drill some holes in this place, in these pages, and poke a hole 1/2 inch from the top, and then 2.5 inch, mark another hole and another one 2.5 inch, and then the last one is 1/2 inch before the bottom line. And use this as a template. Make sure it's lined up. I'm going to use this to help. Now I'm going to use this piece of wood, lay it at the bottom, drill the holes. Make sure to poke it through. Repeat the process to drill holes on each page. So all the holes has been made. Now we need to use a thread and needle to bind these pages together. The thread I'm using is just a regular thread. Start from the back and leave this much. Then Then we go to the second hole here. Make sure this thread is there. And then from the back, go to the third hole. Excuse me. Then come back. Then go back from the third. Make sure the thread is not tangled. That's why we don't want to start with a very long thread. Not too tight, just tight enough. Tie a knot here. So this is our first page. Now we're gonna start second page. Make sure the direction is right. Now we start from the bottom. Yeah, from the back side. Go to the second. In order to connect to the first one, what I do is I'm going to go under this and come back from here underneath the other one. Then go to the third hole. And come back here. Repeat the same process as the first one. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go underneath the first one and tie a knot. Okay, first page, second page. Between these pages are connected. Now I'm going to repeat the same process to work on the third page. Starting from the back hole, underneath the first and the second one. Make sure leave that one out hanging. Then gonna go back to the third hole. Then the last hole. And then go thread underneath the first and second one. So this one, the third page, is also connected to the first and second page. And we're going to take care of this later on. Now I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of from coming back, I'm going to just add the fourth page from the top. And from the top first hole, from the back. Start from the back. And then go back to the second hole. It's hard to see, it's here. Then we're going to go under the first and second thread. And then come back to the third hole. Then the last hole. Then we're going to go underneath the first and second stitch, go under it, make sure pull the thread, pull the stitches just in its position, not too tight, and tie a knot with the first in, with the end, first end, starting ends. Now we got this fourth, and we're gonna do this page. I print more pages of the same page, planting records, because this is the most needed page. So this is the bottom. Yeah, this is the bottom, so we're gonna start at the bottom of these big pages. second. Because the thread is so long, has a tendency to tangle easily. So next time I'm going to use a shorter thread. Oops, forgot to connect to the previous pages. But it's okay, we can make it up. Then make sure go under the previous thread. Then we're going to go through this the next when we bind the next page. Now we're going to bind this page. Start from the top. Then the second hole. And then remember, we're going to go through the thread underneath this and the previous one. Then we're going to go through the third hole. Yes. Gently pull the thread a little tight. Remember, not too tight. Then we're going to tie a knot. Oh, we're going to come out from the last hole. Here it is. And then we're going to tie a knot. Gently pull this together. Then tie a knot with this end. Remember, not very tight. Just so we have first page, second page, third. So and here we connected, and here too. I think this knot is kind of too loose. Okay, so we're going to continue to put all the rest of the pages together the same way. So we finished the binding process. Let's take a look what we did. First page, second page, third, fourth. It's very well connected. So next step is to put a piece of fabric, glue this piece of fabric on here. So I want to make sure it's all lined up very well. I'm going to use the Then I'm going to first put glue on here. Make sure everywhere, especially where the thread has glue on. Then I'm going to put some glue in here. On both sides. Then I'm going to apply this piece of cloth, which is, you can use any cloth which is not going to be, just don't use something very thick, and put it in the middle. Cut exactly the same length as So I took the clamps off. Take a look at inside. It looks pretty good. Now I'm going to glue the end papers onto the front and the back. So I don't have to put glue all over it. Just put some around the edges and in the middle. Because we don't really want to put too much glue. It's very wet. It's very difficult to dry. Kind of brush it. Put a piece of parchment paper underneath to protect. Line up the edge here. Okay, let it stay this way, let it dry. Then I'm going to do this side. Okay, this is our end paper.